Welcome to Fouts Boxing Theory and this presentation of We Fight How We Train. Now in this video we're going to be taking a look at 5 major flaws of Vergil Ortiz and one kind of cool thing that he did do well that you can kind of see very easily on the mitts. We're going to be taking a look at some of the flaws in his training and how this routine here kind of correlates and some other stuff kind of correlate to some of the failures, including both knockdowns in the fight. But first, we're going to be talking a little bit about philosophy. Now, take a look at how he's circling to the left here as he's moving. Now, notice in between sequences, there's not really any active guard. He's just kind of coming straight forward. His hands are in the same place. He's not really crossing the line or transitioning his weight. He's just kind of zombieing forward. Is he cutting the ring off? Is he doing A, B, C? He's just kind of following his coach around, right? Now, pay attention to the very, very, very specific places, like when he gets his coach against the ropes, where he'll look to fight him. Now, this is all very, very important because of the fact that we know that Serghii Bohachuk is a front foot fighter, very, very similar to an orthodox version of Errol Spence, right? A guy that's going to come forward. You're not really going to predict that that guy's going to box you and move away. So when we fight how we train, why is it that he's not practice boxing and moving away from his opponent? Okay. Well, let's take a look at one of the big flaws in the fight. Okay. Now, again, we fight how we train. So as we take a look at Vergil Ortiz here, he's going to be looking to fight Bohachuk, right, with a little bit of a boxing style. Now, take a look at him pivoting and rolling on the front foot here. We're going to be taking a look at a major emphasis on this a little bit later. But one of the things that Vergil Ortiz doesn't seem very able doing is circling and stepping around his opponent. Okay, again, these circling and stepping around your opponent are Fouts boxing terms. The most common language for this is lateral movement. So anybody who's using circling or stepping around their opponent is influenced by the Fouts boxing theory. So look for that idea. Look for those announcers that are using it. But this is going to be a very, very, very common idea and very common strategy, right? In boxing, as people get better and learn, how striking and fighting really works, they're going to need to look for more places like circling and stepping around your opponent to be safe. Now, again, Vergil Ortiz is normally the aggressor. He's normally the guy that's, bigger, stronger, punching harder, faster. And he can take advantage of that by pounding on littler guys. However, expending so much energy on Bohachuk and, arguably doing a decent job of hitting him, but not being able to right away just knock him out or hurt him or discourage him means that he has to find a way to rest and move and circle. Now, we can tell that he doesn't really practice that. Number one, we saw it on the pads, but what coach in history is going to let you get away with just walking around with your lead hand down like this, not knowing how to move around and step around your opponent? Again, look at him in these positions rather than using sound technical boxing, right? He's kind of using more, quote unquote athleticism, right? Right? Playing around along the line. Now, very, very, very boxing 101 thing here. You learn very early that this move is very dangerous. It's called a pendulum step. He's moving off the line. And right away, Bohachuk recognizes what's happening and starts beginning to cut the ring off. Now, Vergil Ortiz may not recognize that because when he's in front of his coach and he's moving around, he's not cutting the ring off against his opponent. So he doesn't recognize that the angle of his attack right here is going to cut the ring off from Vergil Ortiz and allow him to take advantage of those very, very, very long and slow pendulum steps he's using to control the line to hit him. Now, who in their right mind, right? You guys remember Tank Davis saying, who throws 3 hooks in a row? Who does who, Well, here we have Vergil Ortiz, pendulum step, pendulum step, pendulum step, pendulum step, pendulum step, 4 in a row, and then getting cracked and getting dropped because his feet are not under him. Now, the reason that he's going to suck at this is because, well, he's not really practicing it on the mitts with his coach. His coach is not making him circle and move around and show him these kinds of holes. Okay, Vergil Ortiz on average had a very aggressive strategy. Now, we can clearly see him circling, moving around, right? Not really utilizing an effective guard. In this video here, we have him, right? Again, why does he wind up against the ropes in this position? Right? Is this a good slip? We're going to do a little bit of deep dive there on talking about that as well. But again, where's his active guard in between sequences? Where's his ability, right? Where's the stuff that he's doing, right? When he's not punching, right? Coming forward. Is this the position where he winds up just standing in front of his coach, waiting for him to hold the mitts up, right? Where's the non-punching activity? Why is he so easy to hit when he's not punching, right? Again, it's because of the strategy, because when he's on the mitts, he's waiting for his coach to do something, and he's not doing anything in relation to him. He's just waiting for him to put the mitts up. Now, again, Vergil Ortiz on average, pretty fast, pretty hard to fight, pretty explosive, hits pretty hard. But against a guy, again, who's very big for the weight class, you're going to have to be an exceptional puncher to hit a guy and knock a guy out who's also, a weight bully, right? And again, Vergil Ortiz, a weight bully from 47, moving up to 54, fighting 54's weight bully. So just being a little bit down behind. Now, again, he hasn't really been throwing punches this whole time. He's kind of, been pushing and hurting him to this place on the ropes because he doesn't normally cut the ring off. So this is where he knows that the ring is cut off. It's where one of those common places where he gets his coach and he's like, okay, this is where I'm used to throwing punches. Now, Bohachuk hitting him again because he doesn't know how to step around and circle his opponent. Okay, now again, Bohachuk is going to try to leave here. No post-punch defense, right? Bohachuk is going to try to leave this zone here. And Vergil Ortiz is going to grab him and say, no, this is where I'm comfortable fighting. This is where we fight how we train. Okay. Now, real quick, again, Vergil Ortiz has a lot of failures in his active guard. He doesn't know what he's supposed to be doing in each of these moments, each of these movements when he's circling and moving around. That's why there's so many gaps in his movement. That's why he used the pendulum step so aggressively, just standing in front of another, huge athlete, right? A guy who's trying to knock him out. Again, huge gaps in the knowledge. If you guys want to learn the most brutally efficient drills to learn to teach you not only the correct ways to circle, the correct ways to move around your opponent, but also the easiest and brutally efficient ways to learn how your body works, to learn how to get in shape, to learn how to get moving, okay, to learn how to go from just being a regular guy to being an athlete to being a boxer. Check out the Fouts Boxing Academy. Again, it's a very, very, very progressive system to teach all levels of athlete and fighter to go from just being a regular guy, not very athletic, to teaching you athleticism, to teach you how to do that stuff. But also the drills and kata-like drills, right? These are very perfunctory drills, right? You're going to do them. You're going to watch this 20-second drill on Fouts Boxing Academy. You're going to watch it. You're going to emulate it for 3 minutes. You're going to send it in. Your version of it. You're going to record it. You're going to send it in and post it in the community. And the community and I are going to help you improve it, help you do it better, help you do it faster with more explosiveness, right? Teach you to do it like an athlete. Okay. And again, there are over 100 drills already posted on the Fouts Boxing Academy, all geared towards teaching you how to most brutally efficiently learn how boxing works. Now, on top of that, in the Fouts Boxing Academy, we're also going to be doing boxing betting, and we're going to be using my Fouts Boxing Academy drills and system and theory to make bets on fights to prove that the system works, okay? We're going to identify places in the fighters where they're failing in their system, where they're not doing things correctly. We're going to show them in the drills that are posted in the Fouts Boxing Academy where they need to be working and doing. And then, again, you'll get to see these guys fail in the fights, right? Because of the pre-fight breakdowns, and we'll be able to talk about it and discuss where this person needs to grow, where this person needs to, what drill they need to do. And it'll all become very, very obvious if you're moving through the drills and you're progressing. Again, it's a very, very, very cool and interesting system. There's over 50 members signed up already. It's $20 to sign up for pseudo private coaching. Again, you post your videos inside the community. People can help you. Now, if you don't want to post your videos and you want to train by yourself, there is private coaching available. It's $400 for the year, but it's a year of private coaching. You send in your videos directly to me, and I'll make private videos. You can still be part of the community, do all the pre-fight film studies that go up there. Again, all of the post-fight film studies wind up on Patreon and Discord as well. Which are long form versions of these breakdowns that include the full entire film study. Also, there's commentary that I do sometimes. I'll be able to get on there and share screens. Anyway, There are also weekly Fouts Boxing Academy videos where I do this kind of stuff, right? I get all the training videos, I watch them with you guys, and tell you guys how to improve using the Fouts Boxing Academy drills. Okay, it's a really, really, really cool system, and you can kind of see how you go from a very, very, very low level guy who can just kind of barely move around to a very, very, very high level, fast, strong athlete. Okay, so check out the Fouts Boxing Academy, you guys. It's really, really incredible and revolutionary. All right, back to this scrub who needs the Fouts Boxing Academy, Vergil Ortiz. Okay. Real quick, let's take a look at one cool thing that they do. Okay. Now, we've got him moving around here, and he's going to throw a punch at him, and Vergil Ortiz is going to slip here and then throw a left hook. And I thought this was actually kind of cool. Boom, boom. And Vergil Ortiz is going to do something kind of similar in the fight. He actually does it in a few places, right? But the shot comes out, boom, slip, and then he throws a left hook right here to the head. Now, sometimes he winds up doing this, and you can see here, he doesn't wind up slipping a right hand. He winds up slipping a jab. And sometimes he does this move and throws this shot, boom, and he winds up actually getting hit by the right hand instead, well, as well as landing his left hook. I just wanted to kind of point that out. I think it was kind of cool. But a few other things, right, that I want to kind of point out. Now, here, this was kind of good here, right? So he's going to be moving around here. And first off, I want to point out, right, as he's kind of getting to the line here, right, he just gotten hit, again, getting hit with an uppercut, boom, boom, boom. He doesn't really have an active guard, right, trying to parry this shot here. He's kind of just getting to the line, getting hit here again, touched, not really that much. But where's the head movement? Where's the slipping? Where's the reaction to his opponent's punches, right? Not really all that much there, okay? Now, as we continue moving on, when he does start moving his head, right, we can see he's going to try to anticipate a little bit of Bohachuk's movement, right, trying to see his weight coming, trying to interact with the jab here. Now Bohachuk starts coming to the line here, bringing the rear shoulder, right, makes him think he's going to be throwing a body shot, tries to parry it, tries to get under a headshot, right, and again, Vergil Ortiz can kind of see the weight coming when he's trying to predict it. Okay, we're going to see kind of a cool move here. He's going to kind of, here comes the jab. He's going to roll under a right hand maybe. Okay, and again, we're going to see some of that. Roll under the right hand, roll under the left hook, right? Now, this stuff is very, very interesting, right? Because we can see that, okay, he did the move, the little head movement here, right? Again, trying to use the head movement here. But let's take a look at what that kind of looks like on the mitts, okay? Now, Vergil Ortiz is kind of following Robert Garcia around, right? So he makes him move his head. Slip, slip, roll, right? Slip, slip, roll, right? He's getting him to move and getting him to move his head. Now, this is supposed to be his active guard. He's supposed to be doing this anyway, not just following Robert Garcia around, right? But Robert Garcia has the right idea. It's just how you communicate it to Vergil Ortiz that this is what he's supposed to be doing when he's following Pita around. He's supposed to be doing this on his own, right? And again, it's very interesting to see these layers, right? Because we can see him actually use the actual movements in the fight and start trying to use them as defense. But he's supposed to be, naturally, I don't say naturally, but like you're supposed to be using these movements to kind of predict and use your act and set up your active guard against your opponent. They're not just supposed to be like, oh, I'm just going to wait for my opponent to throw a punch and hope I interact with it correctly. Right. So I just think that that's kind of very, very interesting. And again, this is one of those things where I look at it and it's like Robert Garcia is doing the right thing. I think Pita is missing a little bit of the defensive stuff. He mostly is doing the offensive stuff, but he's definitely not getting Vergil Ortiz to have an active guard. And again, we saw how much time Vergil Ortiz would sit with his head just buried in Bohachuk's head, getting hit with uppercuts for no reason, simply because he doesn't know what to do with the space that he has in between his punching and Bohachuk's punching, right? He's not actually trying to circle, right, as we saw, or step around his opponent in between punching. All he knows how to do is in between punching, follow his opponent around until he's ready to exert himself and throw another punch, right? All right, so now we're going to take a look at a couple of a little bit of fake moves, okay? One, okay, and I think I missed the clip here, but he's going to throw a combination, bop, 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 roll, and look at him grab him by the arm here. He kind of does this move to Bohachuk a bunch of times, and I thought it was very interesting because if this guy's not his friend, if it's not his coach, he could just punch him in the face, right? How many times have you guys seen on the mitts, Manny Pacquiao will be holding mitts, or Freddie Roach will be holding mitts with Manny Pacquiao, boom, 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 and then Freddie Roach will stop holding because the combination's done, and Manny Pacquiao will keep throwing punches and touch Freddie on the chin. Now, Manny Pacquiao will actually do that in his fight, and he'll continue the sequence. Boom, 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 boom. And then in a fight, when he does it, he hits the guy and he chases him down like he does to Keith Thurman, and he knocks him down and he gets a knockdown. But we see Vergil Ortiz doing that here, right? Post-punch defense, like post-punch defense, fake post-punch defense. He's going to do a little bit more here. Boom, 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 boom. And then shoving him, right? Now, real quick, here come these punches. Is this a good block? Is this a good block? Okay, we're going to talk about the blocking a little bit later, but just take a look at how he's purposely throwing this at his forearm, purposely throwing this where, right? He kind of just wants Vergil Ortiz to see them coming. Boom, 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 roll under the line, shove him, right? Fake post-punch defense. Vergil Ortiz here getting on the line, pop, uppercut, boom. Take that, sucker. Now check this out. Look at how he was able to make a connection here with his left hand. Why is he not brutally smashing him in the face with that? Oh, because he's trying to shove him. Because he's trying to shove him. Because he's using fake post-punch defense, right? Again, this is another one of those bad habits that he had kind of in the fight that, again, stop him from not only protecting himself, because there are multiple times in the fight where he does that and he gets punched in the face when he should be punching his opponent in the face, right? But not allowing him to get off the line, right? Not allowing him to find places to breathe, right? Places to recoup his energy, okay? Now we got two more types of clips again. One of them is that pivoting on the front foot, right? See him taking a step here. Again, boom, look at his feet, crossing here, and look at Bohachuk touching him here, right? Now, this is a funny thing because if you're not Serghii Bohachuk, you're not trying to attack Vergil Ortiz on the front foot. This is dangerous, right? He's ready to snap on you. He's ready. But Vergil Ortiz has a lot of experience moving around in front of Bohachuk. Bohachuk has probably recognized and seen him cross his feet here. Boom. And look at Bohachuk's like, oh, he's crossing his feet here. I'm just going to attack him. Boom. Now, Vergil Ortiz is kind of ducking, putting his head down to the floor. He's still getting hit here. But look at him try to pivot on the front foot, bring his weight here, and getting hit around the guard. Now, when he sees this punch coming, and again, we've identified that he sees the punches coming when his coach throws them at him, but his coach doesn't throw them at him. He throws them at his arms or at his forearm. Vergil Ortiz doesn't really react super well to this. On top of the fact that, again, his circling and moving around and stepping around his opponent is very poor. Again, check out the Fouts Boxing Academy if you guys want to learn how to do that stuff correctly. You want to learn how to get to the line, control it correctly, and how to create space, how to get off the line correctly, because Vergil Ortiz here, pivoting on the front foot, is costing him a lot of punches. Now, again, throwing this shot from the front foot again, right? Getting hit there again. Not bad. Again, very, very, very front foot heavy puncher. But here he is again, going to do the same thing, right? And again, is he punching? Why is he shoving this guy, right? Now getting to the front foot, okay? Rolling to the front foot, okay? Now look at that weird roll here. Still gets smacked when he's on the front foot, throwing this shot. Circling, is his circling good when he makes it to this front foot? Here comes this shot. Here, is this a good slip? Look at how he didn't bring his shoulder with him at all. He didn't really change positions, right? Now, where does he practice this? Okay, well, he practices it a few places. Okay, number one, definitely on the mitts, right? Boom, boom, boom. And he's going to roll, pivot on the front foot. But that's the same move after throwing a left hand or doing anything. He's trying to get under his opponent's right hand or circle this way, right? That he does in front of his coach, right? It's the same move that he's doing in front of Bohachuk. But Bohachuk is punching him here, teaching him here that this is a bad move. Now, there are other very, very, very unique places that he does this practice, right? Jab, jab, right? And now look at him jab, right? Just the same thing as what he just did, right? And then rolling under the line. not bringing his rear shoulder with him. Now, this is a very, very unique and interesting tool, and the way that he sets it up, it allows him to always kind of set it up kind of the same way. It can always be at the same height, right? It's very easy, right, for him to set it up, but we can clearly see him doing that roll right there, and he does that roll in the fight. Very, very similar. Okay, doing it again here. Boom, boom, rolling under the line. Okay, that slip that he does when the rear hand comes. Again, is this a good slip? Is he changing positions? Is he doing the thing correctly? Look at him having the pendulum step, right? And continue, right? And again, look at all the weight that winds up being stuck on the front foot. This kind of movement here, we can see that it's present in so many of his circling movements, right? When he's moving to the front foot, here at the beginning of this video, right? Again, getting under the line the same way, right? And then again, when he makes it to the front foot, same thing, right? This kind of core movement, right? And again, here he is again, preparing to do the same thing. At least here he's recognizing that he doesn't get to move to that position because Bohachuk is so close to him, right? But again, these core types of movements are playing a massive and having a massive impact on his overall performance and overall fight. Now, the last thing, again, what I wanted to highlight here, again, look at him throwing this hook here, okay, throwing the shot here, boom, block, boom, boom. Excellent, beautiful, block 2-3, sick. How good, and then roll under, post-punch defense, catch and counter with a catch and counter combination with post-punch defense, roll under the line, beautiful. Look at his shoulder, is he, right? Look at his guard, is that good? When this punch comes at him, is that a good punch right there? Is that a good block? I know he's touching it, right? And then roll under. This one here, is he blocking that shot, or is it just being thrown at his guard like the last view? Right? Thrown at his guard. Did he block it? There's a lot of very intricate stuff. Beat, 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 beat. Right? A lot of stuff going on. Notice he didn't shove Robert Garcia like that, like he wants to shove the other guys. Funny, right? Little respect right there. Little post punch deep, or a little bit of active guard training here. Boom, boom. Right? Now, as we take a look at him here in the fight with Bohachuk, here's his guard. Here comes that punch. We can see that he's going to see that shot coming, and he's going to kind of wince, right? You can see him kind of getting down just in case it's a body shot, right? Is he blocking that shot? Boom, right? Did he block it correctly? We saw that he could see it coming. Now he's going to be getting on the line with him. Again, where's the active guard? Why is he just moving straight back to the front foot? Again, just like on that double in bag video, when he's playing on this double in bag, okay, I just want to show that just one more time. He's literally always on the front foot here, right? Even when he pivots, he starts moving back to the front foot, right? He still hasn't moved to the back foot yet, right? Now, stuck on the front foot here, right? Here he's going to enact some of his catch and counter stuff, right? Now, Bohachuk just pendulum stepped onto his line, throws an uppercut, boom, punches him in the face with an uppercut. Did he block that? Did he see that shot coming? Did he slip? Did he do A, B, C? We know he saw it coming. He kind of braced for it. Counter. Good job. Good counter. Now he's going to sit on the line, no active guard, just like he does on the mitts, wait for his opponent to put the mitt up, show a hole, or give him a counter, right? Boom. Punches Ortiz in the face. Ortiz sees the punch coming because he starts exploding into his shot, but he still gets hit by the shot first. Moves into an excellent punch, right? Again, but he's not really reacting to these punches correctly because when you see his coach throwing the punch at the mitts, right, he's just throwing them at his arms. Now, I want to point this out, and I want to point out the next time, if we're lucky enough to get any video of Vergil Ortiz training ever again, because notice, I started doing video a few years on film study on We Fight How We Train on Errol Spence. All of his training video dried up. All of the training footage on Canelo Alvarez, We Fight How We Train, it's all dried up because these guys pay attention to my content. Again, go back, go watch it. Look at the logs, right? Look at what I suggest for these people to do. And then look at what happens. Look at how often they use my advice. Now, look for a massive change in RGBA catching and blocking punches, right? I'm not going to tell them how to do it, right? How they're supposed to do it, okay? But watch for them to look to experiment, okay? But check this out. Getting back on the line, right? Active guard, no. Okay. Here he is. Again, he's going to get into a position. He's coming forward, getting on the line, waiting for the sign, waiting for his opponent to do something, show him a hole, or throw a punch. He's going to throw this shot around the guard. Is Vergil Ortiz going to block it? Is he going to? No. He's going to wait for that shot, boom, to smack him right on the chin, and then he's going to counter. Still good timing. We can tell that he saw it coming. We can tell that he was trying to be on time, but he still got hit, and it still winds up costing him. Okay. Now, it's very interesting because simply learning how to circle and move around the ring and not going down in round one would have been enough to give him round one and not cost him a point, right? Very likely going down in round one causes him to lose that round as well, right? So the refs have to rescore that 10-8, right? Maybe he still won that round. Maybe if you don't count the right hand as being like super powerful, you just like, okay, he got his point, but who cares? He still maybe lost the round. But here in this round, right, he definitely won this round, I think, but still wound up losing a point and going down. But these small errors, these small, very, very seemingly easy things to fix, right? Like how difficult it is. Oh, figure out how to actually block a punch. Vergil Ortiz is not retarded. He sees the punch coming, right? That's why he's able to react so quickly. If he knew how to react correctly, check out the Fouts Boxing Academy. If he knew how to react correctly, he wouldn't have gone down. He would have had a much, much, much more effective fight. We saw him clearly seeing these punches coming and still getting hit, getting uppercutted in the face, still being able to come back with a shot. But we see it here clearly affecting his fight, clearly having an impact on the overall scoring at the end of the fight as well. But also his inability to circle. Okay. Anyway, we fight how we train. If you guys want to learn, right, the Fouts Boxing Academy, the Fouts Boxing Combat System, if you want to learn, check out the Fouts Boxing Academy, okay? There are over 100 drills. They're all designed to go from very easy to very, very difficult. And once you've mastered the ones that are there are hundreds more little ways to improve all of these drills and make them more difficult, okay? The drills posted are just the basics, just enough for you guys to start learning and understanding what we're doing. Okay. And then again, there are also over 15 Fouts Boxing Academy videos already posted as well. It's going to be a living, huge community of people that are all interested in the Fouts Boxing Academy system, the Fouts Boxing Combat System. And then again, just to let you guys know, I also teach punching power on this program. Okay, so if you're interested in learning how punching power works, again, this is the full Fouts Boxing Combat System. Okay, I'm the first coach in history to figure out how all of punching power works. I will teach you how to be an incredible striker if you're willing to work hard. Okay, if you wanna do the drills, I will teach you how to improve yourself, but you're gonna have to get strong. You're going to have to get fit. You're going to have to start at the bottom of the drills, right? Figure out where you fit in the difficulty of the drills. Start sending yours in. Get the instructions to improve, and we'll get you on your way. Okay. Anyway, yeah, check out the reviews for the Fouts Boxing Academy. They're all 100%. They're all incredible. That's nothing compared to the messages that I get when I post stuff. Anyway, also I post my own private workouts and stuff on there too. Yeah, you can kind of see a little bit more of the interesting stuff that I'm working on doing and, whatever. Also, just a real quick for all of you guys that are just like, still hanging around, and that are interested in sparring. I have a sparring system coming out to teach you guys how combat works, to teach you how to fight, to teach not only how fighting works, but how to improve all of your fighting skills and all the best ways to train to learn how to fight. And they're live drills, me moving around with a 135-pound amateur MMA fighter. He's been doing my system and doing my striking for about like 6 months now, so he's pretty strong. pretty fit. He hits pretty hard. He's very fast. And now I'm teaching him how to spar and teaching him how to recognize what's going on in a fight. But it's a really cool system. It's going to be all of the rounds of sparring that we play, that we're going to be doing, and we're going to be doing these. Doing this stuff are going to be live and recorded. None of them are not going to be recorded while he's here. And then we're going to be putting together the system, and it's going to be available to people for purchase, people who are part of the Fouts Boxing Academy. But if you're not part of the Fouts Boxing Academy, you will not be able to purchase it or view any of it. But it will have me moving around with somebody who's actually trying to hit me in the face, and a guy who's fit and strong and snappy and, professional level of athlete. Okay. So anyway, yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty interesting stuff. Again, check out the Fouts Boxing Academy. It's going to be a never-ending system to teach people to become better fighters. Okay, coolest thing in boxing history, I think. So, anyway, we find how we train. Come see how you're supposed to train. See you guys.